Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports. I'm your host, Jake Gardner, alongside my brother, Zach.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And this week we bring you Week 20 prep if you're still in your basketball championship. I know some leagues just finished up today, this Sunday, for their championship week. Congratulations. You're probably not listening. But if you had 2-week matchups, you're more than likely still going. And so we're going to finish out the year. We're going to go this week and next week to give you surefire advice on players to grab to help you win your week. So I think we have some great ones here at the end of the episode if you're just looking for grabs. So with that,
Oh, yeah.
Zach, you ready, dude? You ready? I mean, you're
Yeah,
the
man.
one
Let's do this shit, man.
just on a personal out of our 3 leagues, or I'm in 3 leagues, but you're the one going to 2 championships, right?
Well, it looks that way. I still got today to go, but I'm up like 400 in one league, so I'm up like 301, 400 in another, so I think I should make it through in both to the championship.
Yeah.
And I'm as surprised, probably more surprised than everybody else listening to this. So, because I haven't even made the playoffs like in like 4 seasons. So
Yeah, Zach had a rough go of it for a bit.
since
He wasn't trying as hard. He wasn't
I
trying as
sold
hard.
my soul to win like 5 years ago, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, no, I'm in additional league besides yours, but our main competitive 12 team, I'm out. I got bounced the first round. Yahoo League that I joined, a buy-in league, I'm fighting for third, so I made it to the semis.
nice.
And today determines if I got third place, and I basically win my money back. And then the other ESPN league we're in together, 10 team, I think I'm going to the championship too, so it'll be you versus me.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, let's jump in then. So surprises of the week, definitely like some big ones here. Porzingis, 50.8 for the Washington Wizards. So his first big week since return from injury and after being traded. So it's pretty nice to see. Everybody knows he could do this. It's just that he keeps getting hurt. So,
Yeah.
if you held on to him through all the turmoil, good on you. I mean, especially if you're in the playoffs with him. Darius Garland, 46.1 in the last week. Big surprise just because it's, upper 40s and he's not always up here.
I was going to say, hasn't he been on like a few week, like not going off like he was a little earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of more like coming down to earth?
Yeah, I mean, he came off of injury like 3 weeks ago, and I think that might have a little to do with it. But now he's finally got his legs under him and he trusts him. And this is a future starting all-star point guard. I mean,
hell yeah. I mean, I agree with that for sure.
He could shoot from anywhere. He can pass really well.
And then Colin Sexton too. Like they're a hell of a duo at guard.
Yeah, we'll see how Sexton is when he gets back from that ACL.
You think he's trade bait in the off season?
No, I mean they played well together. They would have to actually get something. When they were together, they played well. Because Garland's just a true point guard, but a little more than a point guard. Like he's more like Steph Curry because he could shoot 3 from anywhere, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's crazy.
If you saw him in the Cleveland, in the skills challenge,
Mm-hmm. I did.
Mobley, Garland, and
Jared Allen.
Yeah, he was, dude. He was on fire. And it just, I don't know. He's probably behind. He's probably like the next, Dame or just the next point guard, 3-point shooter of the next generation after those guys age out.
Mm-hmm.
Davion Mitchell, 42.9. With De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis out, Davion Mitchell went off for a couple games now. So
yeah, I picked him up in our 10-team league because I had to move somebody to an IR spot, and I picked him up yesterday, and he got me like 49.
Damn.
Just awesome. As a streamer, that was awesome. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll have to see if he's dude, look this up for me because I don't know if I have him on the scoops because he was already grabbed everywhere, but should probably just add him there if you want to throw that in. Yeah, Desmond Bane, 41.4. So with John Morant out, Bane's kind of taking the reins to end the season. They're trying to keep that 2 seed. which looks like they are because the Warriors are kind of falling off. So I think they're locking it in, bro. Which is great for them because I mean technically they'll still have to play. It's not a lock that they'll play the 7 seed, which is the Timberwolves right now. But the Timberwolves could get bounced in the play-in game, which they'll play. I think the 7 and 10 would play each other, and the 8 and 9 play each other, if I'm correct.
Okay.
The Timberwolves would play the Pelicans as of right now, which I think they would win, and then the Timberwolves would play the Grizzlies. But Jordan Poole, 37.8 in the last week. I mean, you knew he was going to get increased usage with Steph Curry out for the season, but you didn't think he would go this crazy. So if he was somehow available when Steph Curry first went down, I mean, you got a steal.
Yeah.
And those are the surprises of the week. Any other players that you noticed on your teams? You know, your championship contenders, or
I'd say maybe surprises. I thought it like Tobias Harris is like doing really good over this last week. I thought,
oh yeah,
maybe
doing better than he was.
doing better than he was, and looks like Keldon Johnson has been like at another level over the last couple of weeks.
Wow, if he could have only done that all year.
He's like doing really
Yeah.
good. I picked in our 10-team league. I had some injuries, and I picked Keldon Johnson and Tobias Harris up.
In our
and they've
10
been great
team?
in our
Oh,
10-team league. And
Yeah, because
I
players
picked
are
them.
available there. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked them up, and they've been doing great for me ever since.
Yeah, that
And
kind of brings me to a storyline. So the Spurs could potentially steal a play-in game. They're on a 3-game win streak. They're tied, or they're 1 game behind. No, yeah, they're 1 game behind the Pelicans and Lakers. And I don't know. I think just like you said, Keldon's getting hot. DeJounte Murray's, an all-star point guard. Their center, Pulte, is doing really well. I don't know. It might be. And
interesting.
they play super fast, so it's like the Lakers' worst nightmare.
That would be so hilarious if the
Because the
Spurs.
Lakers are the slowest team in the league.
Oh my God, if the Lakers beat the Spurs, but they're gonna have Anthony Davis coming back though, so
The Pelicans are struggling because Brandon Ingram missed a game again. They just have a lot. They've had a lot. Had to deal with a lot of injuries, and
well, if the Pelicans can play the Bulls every game, they'd make it right in.
Yeah, sore right hamstring for Brandon Ingram. So I think I just wanted to just bring this up that I think the Spurs could make it into the play-in game and they could potentially win a play-in game.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I think with their hyper athleticism and speed, they could just potentially outrun somebody in 1 game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they would get bounced, but it's still pretty fun to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you never know when Popovich is going to be done. So he just beat the all-time coaching wins record this year.
Wow.
So he could be done this year. But anyway, dude. Anyway, that kind of gets me excited. It's fun to see. I don't know, young teams make it like they're not the Grizzlies, but they could make it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could. That'd be hilarious if they beat the Lakers too.
Mm-hmm. You think the Suns are better this year than last year? You think they could win this year for real?
Yeah, I think they are. They
not a mirage.
No, it's looking like last year wasn't a fluke. And really their only weakness was like their only big man was Ayton, and he gets in foul trouble, So like they needed some size. That was like their main weakness. And that's what they addressed in the offseason. They got a bunch of other, like they got picked up 2 other centers.
Yeah, I love their backup centers.
Yeah, like can't remember their names are escaping me. Yeah, McGee and
no, it's not Mutombo, but the
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He had a good stretch this year too, where he was actually fantasy relevant. So because both JaVale and Ayton were out, Bismack
Biyombo. Yep.
And Chris Paul was talking him up. I mean,
yeah.
And I think they still have Frank Kaminsky.
I think so. I haven't seen too much of him. but
he's like the bottom option
yeah.
at this point.
But no, it's looking like last year wasn't a fluke with all their guys, and some guys got better. Like their small forward continues to improve. Why is all the names always escaping me? Yeah, Mikal Bridges. He just continues to improve. He gets better every year.
Oh yeah, great player. They just extended him too, like on a pretty team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for this team. I mean, and they're proving right now they don't need Chris Paul to win anymore. I mean, Chris Paul's great.
Mm.
But I'm just saying for their future, like Chris Paul won't be there forever. So, I mean, they could still win after that. Because after that, then Cameron Johnson's going to fill in. I mean, he's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll need a new point guard for sure. They'll probably have to get somebody else. But
Campaign plays pretty well for them too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have to see how much they pay Ayton because I mean it's a contract year and he's going off this year.
Well, so, I wouldn't say going off this year. I'd say going off the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. He's just, the last few weeks I guess I have really noticed it because I have him in that Yahoo League where I'm competing for third place.
Yeah, and he's helping you right now when you need him the most, which is great, but...
Yeah, no, you're right. He had some struggles, but he was also hurt.
Yeah, I mean, the injury is the main thing. But then, I just never had Ayton before. I assumed that he's like a top 5 center, like 45 average guy, but he's just not.
No, he's never reached the 40. Maybe when he was really hot last year, he did, but he definitely fell back down. He never finished with a 40 fantasy point season in a points league.
Yeah, so I didn't do that pre-work. I assumed that, this guy's a big name center. He's a 45 average when I drafted him in like the second round.
No, but he could be, right now, he could be starting to make a case for coming into his own. He could be a top 5 center next year.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, he's putting up hella numbers the last few games, so.
But anyway, moving on. I'm excited about the Suns maybe potentially winning one, but I'm still scared. This is even a storyline, but the Bucks. I saw this stat that they're not. Giannis has only been playing like a certain amount of minutes. Where like for the past month, for the years past, he was playing, his heavy minutes all year. And this year they're like resting him up, dude. They know. Like they're playing him like 28 minutes, They're waiting for the playoffs, bro. So they're gonna unleash him.
Yeah.
So I think they could repeat, but anyway, that's just me.
I definitely think.
But nobody's talking about them, even though they just won last year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Or like everybody's writing it off to injuries because of other teams got injured. Like a lot of teams.
I don't agree with that though.
I know, but that's what they're saying. Like a lot of teams they played even in the East. Like when they played the Nets last year, they're saying they only won Game 7 because Harden was out.
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't know, man. Crazy.
But no, I mean the Bucks could definitely repeat, and if that's the attitude of everybody, then they're just gonna go out there and still beat up on everybody. So
yeah, like I do like the Suns got those new big men, but none of them are stopping Giannis.
I mean that's
even like Ayton's not stopping him either.
Yeah, it's true.
So here's the biggest one, this is kind of a rumor just among NBA fan bases. It hasn't been an article or anything, but among the fan bases, this is what they think is going on. The Heat have lost 4 straight. They had that coach-player argument on the court in game a couple games ago. And some people are saying this is them faking a tank so that they don't have to play the Nets round 1.
I don't there's no big conspiracy going on.
I don't know, dude. It's I think it's really smart if they are. That's why people think they're doing it, because the Nets are going off. They're going to be a problem. You don't want to play them. They'd rather just let Philly play. If you're the Heat, you want to play the Cavs. I mean,
yeah, but the Cavs are good too. They'll take you by surprise.
They're young. They're inexperienced in the playoffs, though. The Nets are Kevin and Kyrie championship winners.
Yeah. All right.
I'd be
Oh, I see
worried.
that.
Anyway, that's the talk going around town. They're like, if you don't see that, then you're stupid. But
Uh,
no articles leading with that are saying that right now.
yeah.
But the Heat are known for making really smart, like calculated moves. So I'm just saying.
Okay. Well,
I think
interesting.
that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Then Philly would have to take on the Nets. That'd be fun. Round
That would be
one
that'd be
after their big
crazy.
trade.
Yeah.
And then one more team to talk about for me, the Raptors. I think I put it as a question here: are they going to be a threat in the playoffs if fully healthy? And I'll just answer first. I think yes. They play different than any other team. Probably one of the longest teams. I'd have to look this up for sure, but just the length of all their players when they're all healthy. They have OG Anunoby, Siakam. Who's their shooting guard? They have Fred VanVleet, but he's shorter.
Huh.
But their defenders are. I don't. They would be a problem in the playoffs. Like I would not want to take them off, and they've been moving up the standings. They
Yeah.
were barely a playing team like a month ago. Now they're the 6th seed. I mean, who wants to take them on? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
If they're fully healthy, because with OG Anunoby has missed a lot of the year. With OG back now, I mean, they're kind of scary.
Yeah, they are, and I totally agree with you. I think they could definitely be a threat and maybe
Eight,
knock somebody off.
8-2 in the last 10.
Yeah. And
They're,
Siakam's just like on a tear this
I mean,
season.
they could steal the 5 seed from the Bulls, but
Yeah, I definitely think they can do that.
who knows? Yeah. All right, man. Those are my storylines. Let's hit these injury news. I'm gonna try to go as quick as I can so we can get to the players for you guys. Or we'll just skip ahead. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go over relevant enough players, recent dates. Jason Tatum, day to day. He's probable for Sunday's game though, due to right patella tendinopathy. Jaylen Brown day to day, dealing with right knee soreness, but is still expected to play. So nothing major there. LaMarcus Aldridge. Steve Nash said that he is lined up to return to game action next week, so they're getting him ready for the playoffs. Ben Simmons, as of yesterday, has shown enough improvement in his back that he was able to join the Nets on their road trip this week. I don't know, man. I feel like they might have him for the playoffs. I don't know. They're really trying to get him for the playoffs, I'll tell you that. Jared Allen for the Cavaliers. He's been out a bit now. A target date for Allen's return from a broken finger remains undetermined. So that was as of yesterday. So that's not good.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Michael Porter Jr. is listed as out for Saturday's game. So last I heard before this update, which was yesterday, a couple days ago, they said that he had a setback in his recovery. Maybe that was Jamal Murray. I'm mixing them up. But one of them had a setback. Jamal Murray, the coach said last Sunday that he is not close to rejoining the team's lineup. But yeah, I don't know if either of them are going to make it back for the playoffs. For real. Jeremy Grant for the Detroit Pistons. Calf will miss Sunday's game versus the Knicks, so he's out. See here. I'm trying to think of the most relevant guys. Oh. Goga Badetti, the center for the Pacers. He's fantasy relevant because he's been going off recently. He did not play in Saturday's game. It was like a late scratch. So, Malcolm Brogdon for the Pacers, March 26th. Conditioning will not play Saturday, so he just got a rest day, I guess.
Yeah, he's been resting the last 3 games.
So they just told him they don't play the young guys. Oh, that hurts you.
Yeah, it does.
Fudge. That sucks.
Hurts me a lot. I hope he's going to play this week. We'll see.
Yeah. I did read this earlier this week for the Clippers. I mean, and take it with a grain of salt, but there's potential that if Paul George does return right before the playoffs, it's basically said that Kawhi would too.
Huh.
But Kawhi wouldn't if George didn't, because basically he knows they don't have a chance without both. But
right.
Anyway, That's disgust. Like,
How often have the two of them actually played together on the court? Like,
um,
not very often, right?
yeah, last year a lot.
Did they? Okay. Seems like they're always hurt, one of them.
Yeah, Kawhi also sits a lot of games. He has a lot of load management.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
And Paul George, I mean, he's the one who gets hurt the most, I think.
Yeah.
He's always got something, dude. He just had that one crazy standout year in OKC with next to Westbrook, and then I don't know. It hasn't been super great since. He was a first round pick this year, and I warned everybody, like,
Yeah.
not because of injury, just because I thought he is not going to be the number one small forward. I mean, LeBron's having another crazy good year.
Yep.
Jason Tatum's having his best year to date. And I was like, this is a bullshit ranking by ESPN. I don't know how he was ranked. I know he was ranked in the first round in Yahoo because I took him.
Yeah.
Against my own advice. I took him just because
Uh,
I try to make all three of my teams, or just every team I own, different.
mm-hmm.
So I don't have all the same players, which that's stupid. You just follow your own advice. But anyway, I'm never doing that again. LeBron James, day-to-day is questionable for Sunday's game. This is another thing. Like, the Lakers could lose their play-in spot because LeBron has missed some.
Yeah, but LeBron's day-to-day literally going into like every game.
But he did miss one this past week.
Yeah, I think it was more of a rest.
Before that, he wasn't missing. This one hurt a lot of people who might have grabbed this guy to stream. Brandon Clark, he missed Thursday's game late scratch. And then he also missed Saturday's game. So I grabbed him to stream, and then like an hour later was announced. It was so, like, there's no day-to-day before that. You know what I mean? So that one sucked. Let's see here. Brandon Ingram will not play in Saturday's game with the hamstring injury. So there's that. Julius Randle, quadriceps, missed Friday's game. So they're the Knicks know they're out of the playoffs. So they're not trying to injure Randle because they might be trying to get rid of him in the offseason. So
yeah, they're playing Obi Toppin, and
he looks good.
Yeah, he is looking pretty good.
He looks really good, bro. I grabbed him in a league.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I just didn't pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did somebody else grab him?
No, I think he's still available.
Gotcha. Here's some big news. Josh Giddey, hip, ruled off for the season for OKC. So
okay, I just dropped him before I got that news, but yeah. I figured that was the case.
You don't have to play him anymore.
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will not play Saturday's game. So, I mean, full tank, bro. They're not going to hurt their stars.
No.
Wendell Carter, wrist, did not play Saturday.
Mo Bamba got it covered.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else is still relevant enough? Cameron Johnson, quad, will not play Sunday. Dude, he's been out since he went off for like 40 points.
Damn.
It's been a long time now. Like, right after that game, out. So, super weird. He must have played hurt and, made it worse.
Yeah, something.
Here's another one that... Okay, well, this is a big one. Trendon Watford, who was of end-of-season hero here in fantasy for the Portland Trailblazers. He had a good game last night, but then he was carried out off the floor with some leg injury, bro. So, pretty sure he's done for the season.
Shit.
Nothing's official, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't grab their other power forward that they've been given 10-day contracts, you got to go grab them. I need to add him to the list here. And Fernay Simons, who was probably Portland's one of their future main guards, did not play Saturday, so I think he might be out for the whole year, dude. I don't know what they're doing. They're embracing the tank. This was like 5 days ago, but Damian Lillard was announced. He will not return this season officially, so...
Damn.
De'Aaron Fox has been ruled out for Saturday's game, so like we said, he was out. So is Sabonis. Yeah, that's injury news. I mean, Kuzma's been out. There's an update on his knee. Will not play in Friday's game. So Kuzma's been out like this whole week.
Mm.
You should still hold, but they could be another team that just lets the guys sit the rest of the year.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's your injury news.
Injury news.
And I need to add that guy to the must grab list because I forgot about that injury to Watford.
Yeah.
So if you could go get him, Zach, add him to the
Get
list
who?
for me. Power forward. I think it's Drew Eubanks. Just type Drew Eubanks for me.
All right.
That's our first must grab, guys, on the scoop list. Drew Eubanks, power forward, Portland Trailblazers. He was doing really well next to Watford anyway, so people are already grabbing this guy pretty heavily. But now he's going to be the main big man. So in points leagues, instead of getting you between 25 and 30, now he's going to probably increase to 30 to 35 a night for the rest of the season. So, because this guy's playing on 10-day contracts, he's playing his ass off to try to get just a small deal with the team for a whole season next year.
Well, he's been their best player since they've been giving him 10-day contracts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like him and Watford, but now Watford looks like he's done. So, Drew Eubanks, must grab list. There you go. And that'll be with 5 other must grabs here. So, Isaiah Hardenstein, big man for the Clippers, 34.4 in the last 7. And I have him on the must watch list because I know he's been inconsistent in the past. But he's got 4 games this week, and that includes Tuesday, Thursday, which is, as you know, if you listen to the podcast, that's big stream days. And usually they're open. You won't have to sit anybody. So it's perfect. It's literally a perfect grab. O'Shea Brissett, 32.7, and he also has 4 games this week. And he's the Pacers' big man, power forward. And he did have a cold streak before this, but now he's had a crazy good week and a half. So until that stops, it's end of season. Just go with it. Isaiah Roby, I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot for this one, but 32.4 in the last 7, 4 games this week for the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are, they're playing 8 guys. We just talked about all the injuries.
Yeah.
So he's getting all the minutes, got 4 games. I feel like even though he's been inconsistent, you still got to go for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Killian Hayes, 31.1 in the last 7. Detroit point guard, 4 games this week, including Tuesday, Thursday. So I really like that. He gets you steals on top of everything else.
I picked him up this week.
I saw that
a couple days ago just because he's playing a Friday, Sunday. So I liked that a lot, especially because it's the second week of a 2-week matchup. And I liked that he's doing pretty well and playing a Friday, Sunday to get me some points on a Sunday. So it was an easy ad for me.
Hell yeah. No, I thought it was a great grab. But if he's available in your league, just grab him. And then Davion Mitchell, like we said, 42.9 in the last week. And he also has 4 games this week. So this must be from the games that were missed during COVID. This is that week, making up a lot. Because at first I thought these 4-game weeks were special. But
now it's every week.
It looks like it's fill-in. Yeah. But still, you want the Tuesday, Thursday guys at least, which is Hardenstein and Killian Hayes.
Mitchell is not a Tuesday, Thursday. He's literally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So Davion Mitchell.
No, not him. No, I said Killian and Isaiah.
Yep.
But other guys to look at. So there's a really good list here. But Drew Eubanks, okay, he should be at the must grab, which I said. But Dwight Powell, 30.7 center for the Dallas Mavericks. I really like him. They don't have a true center besides him. And end of season, if they're passing to him more, I'd say it's a nice grab. It might be more trustworthy than some others. I'd actually move him lower down this list. I just have him here first before a couple guys. But the top of this list, not on the must grab list, is Dylan Brooks for me. 30.3 in the last 7. And this is actually near his average in points leagues anyway. And John Morant's out. So Dylan Brooks could have a heavy workload end of season here. And he gets you defensive stats on top of everything else. So I like him a lot. Terence Mann, 30.5. He's been a grab every week. Yes, he has a bad game mixed into, a 4 out of a 4-game span. But
most of these guys are like that, though.
Yeah, he usually does pretty good. The most upside is probably Terence Sengun for the Houston Rockets. He's their rookie center, and he's been hyped up just since he's been drafted, but he's playing next to Christian Wood. But now that it's end of season, they're done. They're going to play him more to give him some playing time and experience, and he looks really good. He went off last night. Denny Avdija for the Washington. God, dude, what am I doing? For the Wizards, 29.9 in the last 7. For the Washington, I was about to say like the football team, but
awesome.
The Guardians or whatever. Yeah, but he's been doing really well for them, and they're also full tank. Kuzma's out, that's why he's doing well. He's also a small forward, and he does really well when he gets the minutes. It's just this year Kuzma's been going off, so he didn't really break out this year, but he was their rookie from a couple years ago, if you guys remember.
Yep.
And then DeAnthony Melton, 29 in the last 7. I should add Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones would be on the must-grab list. I just assumed people grabbed him because right when John Morant was announced he's out like 2 weeks, everybody grabbed Tyus Jones. I mean,
yeah.
If he's somehow available in your league, like it's not that competitive, then you grab Tyus Jones first.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the backup point guard besides him is DeAnthony Melton. And since John Morant's been down, he's been also doing well, and he gets a lot of defensive stats. So I really like DeAnthony Melton. I've liked him as a streamer all year, and now he could help you finish out your last couple weeks here for your championship.
Hell yeah.
So those are my grabs. That's the episode, guys. I hope that really helped. We went over basically all the best players to add, and especially if you got some injuries and I don't know, if you have players not performing, like if you still have Derek White for some reason, you got to drop him. You might be making like 3 moves at the beginning of this week. So hope this helped.
Hell yeah.
Zach, you got anything else?
Yeah, so just, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and also be sure to go follow us on all our social medias. We got Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports Podcast. We have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. And we have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSPod2021. Go give us a follow. You definitely won't regret it. And we'll catch you back next week for another episode. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, guys.